2, 1. So what is up? It is after the grill. So glad you could join us. Mike Ivesil and the man, the myth, the legend, Dave Hubbard from the Butchery. So glad you could make it, buddy.
Glad I could make it as well.
Well, first things first, and maybe you saw the pictures on Twitter. Tell everybody what we did today.
We took a bone-in pork loin and we smoked it.
It's unbelievable. I'm telling you. I wish it was that simple because it wasn't. First of all, we got Divine Swine rub, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which you can get at his store. And then what you did when you cut those bones off and basically made baby back ribs, I mean, talk about that process. We took it from the smoker and then we fired up the grill and it's almost like a sear. Is that the best way to say it?
Yeah, totally. Let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
So how about this? We'll rewind it to the beginning. We took that whole bone-in pork loin, the center of it. So the baby back ribs on the back, and you got the loin on the outside, or the front, if you will. We rub that down with the Hickman's Divine Swine. That stuff, really nice. It's the first time I used their pork rub, beautiful. It really is nice flavor. We rub it right on there pretty liberally, all around, everywhere. And then we threw it in the smoker. And we smoked it for about, 3 hours?
3 hours. About 3 hours exactly.
Almost exactly.
And we were just shy of, 5 pounds, 4 pounds on that bad boy?
Yeah.
It was pretty good, yeah. And so we smoked it for a while. We pulled it out of the smoker, we let it rest for a little bit. And we cut, what I did was I cut away from the bone to give you a little more pork loin on your baby back rib, if you will.
Yep.
And so we separated that, let the loin part rest, and we brought the rib on back to the grill, to the grill to get it charred up a little bit.
Yeah.
And man, did it turn out nice. What did you think?
It really did. And, you know, Mike, to me, it wasn't just the flavor of the loin. It was the rub and getting that bone. I've never tore it away like that. There were hidden morsels. I think was the quote that you used, hidden morsels.
Yeah, because you were down on the end of what would probably normally be cut away from the baby back ribs. And there was some nuggets you found in there. You'll see a picture of it too, by the way.
Yeah, you were inside the loin bone. So you have the baby back rib bones that come down here, right? And then you had the bone that's coming out of the bottom of the pork loin. So we would normally just chop that off. We left it on there because we're smoking the whole piece. And so we broke that. Why get rid of it now? You have this nice meat on there. And then when we charred it on the grill a little bit, added another depth of flavor. That's where you're getting in there. You're getting all that good stuff that's hidden in between the bones. Oh, man.
So basically, we smoked the pork loin and baby back ribs at the same time, and then you just cut them apart. Like I said, it looked like the tenderloin gave birth to that baby back rib. And I could say, though, I'm more of a St. Louis guy, but those were, I would take those baby backs any day. That was awesome.
And we were talking about it too. It's not going to be that same situation where like, you cook the baby back rib for a long time, you got to pull out the bone real easy. No. You're not going to be able to pull the bone out of these. It's not that style. A little more chew to it because we smoked it with the whole loin. But the flavor is just like, it's next level.
Yeah.
It's next
it
level.
Really was.
The tenderness is there. The flavor is what really took it to the next level because the rub is penetrating on there right next to the bone. The bone adds a lot of flavor. Yeah.
And it was, so we go, let's say a 4.5 pound bone-in pork loin, 250 on your smoker for 3 hours.
Bingo.
And we fired up the grill, got it to about 450, I think.
Was it 450?
About 450. Just seared it for a couple minutes, and it was good to go. It was double whammy day today too because this is something totally his call and something that Mike and I were just downright giddy about. We're curing bacon.
Yeah, so I thought about it. I was like, I'm going to come over. We're going to be smoking a pork loin. We're going to sit around and talk all day. I could do that. That'd be fun. We could talk food. But I thought, what better? Want to bring some pork belly. Brought some beautiful Michigan raised pork belly. Sean cut it in half. We made 2 different separate kinds of bacon. And so we had those curing. So why don't you tell us what you did?
Basically what I did is Dave had like the cure sauce. What would I call it? Cure sauce?
It's just a rub.
Friday I'm in love. Is that?
Yeah, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. That's pretty smooth there, Sean. No, it's just a cure. Just a little bit of a curing rub to cure the bacon, and then we'll smoke it in 7 to 10 days. 7 days, I think, next week.
I put jalapeno all over mine. It was the cure stuff. The jalapeno all over mine. Mike, you did
cayenne pepper and honey. As we were saying all day, I'm a little bit sweet. I'm a little bit spicy. So my bacon's going to be just like my bacon baby.
Oh, that's awesome. So you guys, your personalities are coming out in your food. So
Absolutely.
like all good
Little bit.
chefs, right?
Little bit.
Our food is an extension of who we are,
A little
right?
bit, yeah.
So you guys, you're starting to find your culinary legs. If you will.
You know, it was so interesting too because like, I mean, I didn't understand that this was the process. So what Dave did after we did that is he wrapped Mike's up, wrapped mine up, both put them in a bag, and you say it goes into the refrigerator 7 to 10 days.
Yeah, we're gonna let it cure. We're gonna let all that flavor that we put on there kind of penetrate it. And curing is just it's cooking very slowly. It's pulling the moisture out of that pork belly, and it's gonna harden up a little bit, and then all that rub and everything on the outside, all the flavor will penetrate, and the moisture will come out. We're gonna pull it out. We're gonna throw it on the smoker and let it go until it gets 160 and ready to let it rest, and then slice it up. And you can cook it just like a bacon, or any other bacon.
How would you recommend it? Like oven, frying pan, skillet. How would you recommend it when that process is done?
That process is done. I don't have time to wait for the oven because we just made bacon. It's gonna I'm excited because I made some pepper bacon a couple weeks ago and I couldn't wait. I sliced it up, I threw it right in the frying pan, crisp it up, and eat it. If you ask me as a chef, I like to cook bacon in the oven, quite frankly. If I'm going to do it and I got to take the time and I want to cook a good amount of bacon, I throw it in the oven. Breakfast time, throw it in the oven. We're going to have nice long strips of bacon. We're going to cook a lot more evenly. And you'll get your crisp out of it. Whatever, if you want super crispy, light crisp, whatever you want, it's much more easy to control that. And you don't have all this grease and everything popping out of the pan, the big mess. Wife happy, clean, cleaning after the kitchen there. So I, in the oven always. But we're probably going to go straight to a frying pan on a grill just to try it right away next week. But I would say throw it in the oven.
Bacon brisket burger is something you've heard us talk about it. We've grilled it here. We had a chance to grind some up. I'm telling you, I'm not just saying this because I've gotten to know this guy. I have no vested interest in it. Very rarely do you find an item, at least in my family, where it is universally not just a thumbs up, but 2 enthusiastic thumbs up. And Mike, I know talking to you, your family feels the exact same way about the brisket bacon burger. Needless to say, Mike, people need to try that.
They have to try it. Just like you said, it's universal at your house. It's one of the few items that it is, usually it would be 4 clean plates, but since Olivia's gone, now it's 3 clean plates, not a morsel of burger left. I was saying earlier, the smell, when that thing hits the grill, and you're saying the pork is going, the fat is going, that bacon is going, because as you guys watched the video, we grinded it all together, and like you explained just a few minutes ago, it just evenly dispersed it throughout that burger. You've got to try it. I mean, we could talk about it all day. You can look at those pictures that we have, that video of the juice pouring out, but you can't taste it till you throw it on your own grill. You got to get to see Dave.
There's another secret element ingredient in that burger that a lot of people don't talk about. It's the short rib.
Yep.
So we're using brisket, short rib meat, and the bacon. There's the fat and the marbling flavor profile, if you will, from the short rib is kind of like next level, and that's kind of really bringing home a lot of that beef flavor. So it's kind of dampening down a little bit of the smokiness of the bacon, which is kind of where it brings in more of the balance.
Yep.
And the crisp, the texture thing. What's really happening there is like we talked about the bacon, right? We're gonna cure the bacon, we're gonna smoke it, we're gonna pull it out, and we're gonna crisp it up, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna cook it. It's already cooked, really. It's been smoked, it's been cured. We're just crisping it up. That's the exact same process that's happening inside that burger, right? So that those bacon morsels that are ground in there, that's what's crisping really hard on the outside of that burger if you put it on the grill or in a cast iron skillet. Smoker, same thing. Throw them in the smoker for a little while. They'll cook. And it's like a double layer of smokiness. You get the bacon smoky flavor, then you get the smoke, the soft elements of the wood from the smoking cooking process. But I tell you what, my absolute favorite thing with that burger is putting it on the cast iron skillet, getting that texture thing going on. It's almost like a crunch. We like the bacon, putting the bacon on top of our regular burger because it's a texture thing. This is a crunch. Yeah. We've been searching and searching. I tried a million different ways. Cook the bacon, then put it in the burger. Fold the bacon into the burger. No, it's get the thick cut bacon, grind it. That process seems to work out really well.
Yeah, when we were there, you put it in the frying pan, and that was just that crisp. It's a texture, and it's a flavor also profile that just gives it something different than.
You don't have to worry about that bacon shifting on top of that burger.
Yeah. So Dave, I like to make a jalapeno popper burger. Can you add some stuff to this burger?
I think that's what we should do. That maybe when
Let's
we come
go.
back to smoke some bacon,
Let's go.
we can make some mixtures and we can grind some burgers. So we can just use a little grinder here,
Yeah.
and make some and throw some jalapenos in there, some cheddar, some nice aged cheddar in there. Tell you what.
And I mean that do they call it umami?
Yes, get all the flavors and just enjoy it, right? It's a hat trick, right?
Oh,
Well done. Well, listen,
there
before
it
we
is.
get out of here as well, the Butchery, go check it out. If anything, go try the bacon brisket burger. But if you're watching this, you're a fan of barbecue. I mean, there's just no other way to say that, because more often than not, we end up just talking barbecue as opposed to talking sports. But we mix in some sports too. But how long have you guys been there? It's on Orchard Lake Road in Sylvan Lake. It's an easy to get to location. How long have you guys been there?
We've been there just shy of 4 years. We opened up in 17, and it's been great. Just selling some really nice prime cuts of meat. We make our own sausage, make some of our own bacon. Our burger blends are very popular. We're by the lakes, so it's a scenic view. If you take a little bit of ride, it's not that bad. We're not far off of Orchard Lake Road. We're on Orchard Lake, but the run of Orchard Lake, and we're not far off of Telegraph either. So pretty easy to get to us. I'll tell you this: come out. They mentioned Sean. We'll make it worth their while. We'll definitely make it worth their while.
I make that drive out from South Line. Like we said, it's a scenic drive. It is not
bad
bad.
at all.
It's like, come on, people, for what you're gonna get, like the shirt says, old school meets new school. You're gonna get there. You're gonna meet somebody. People meet people. People sell people. This is what it's all about. The old school butcher.
It's the barber shop,
Yeah.
except you get meat. You're not getting your hair cut. You're getting meat. I mean, how are you going to lose? And this guy can tell you everything
Absolutely.
that you need to know as well. Hey, buddy, seriously, thanks for coming over.
Thanks for the invite.
Appreciate
Hey,
it.
thank you.
And Mike, we'll see you soon.
Absolutely.
And to everybody else out there, bye.
Now make sure you got.